Welcome back to UPSC in 8 minutes. Today is June 11th, 2026, and the front pages of The Hindu are absolutely packed. We're breaking down 3 massive GS Paper 2 and Paper 3 core topics, and we're doing it with zero fluff. No time-wasting pleasantries today, just pure syllabus-focused analysis. Let's jump right in. So, here is our agenda. First, we'll smash through a severe escalatory maritime crisis in the Middle East that's directly affecting Indian seafarers. Second, a stalling Indian monsoon carrying some massive economic implications. And third, an essential editorial breakdown of center-state federal frictions. All right, let's hit our first core issue for today, the West Asia maritime conflict. Okay, a rapid tit-for-tat escalation has literally exploded over the last 48 hours. Yesterday, a tragic strike on the MT Setabelo claimed 3 Indian lives. Fast forward to today, and U.S. forces have struck Iranian oil infrastructure targets, including the highly strategic Karg Island. And the immediate retaliation? Well, it was an attack on a third commercial vessel, the Guinea-Bissau-flagged MV Jalvir, carrying an Indian crew near Shina's port off the coast of Oman. The sheer vulnerability of commercial vessels right now in the Gulf of Oman is just staggering. Now, why does this actually matter for your exam prep? It's all about connecting breaking news directly to the syllabus. First up, mapping. You absolutely must know the choke points. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. And get this, about a fifth of the world's daily oil consumption passes through that single narrow waterway. Second is energy security. India imports over 80% of its crude oil, so disruptions here, they cause severe domestic inflationary shocks. And third, diaspora vulnerability. India has actually gone ahead and registered a strong protest at the UN Security Council regarding merchant shipping safety, directly invoking international maritime law. The crucial point here is application. UPSC loves, and I mean absolutely loves, maritime geography adjacent to conflict zones. Just think back to the 2022 Prelims question that asked to match countries and seas. It's a recurring pattern, guys. You can absolutely expect a direct question on water bodies bordering Iran and Oman next year. So if you aren't mapping these out right now, you're just leaving easy marks on the table. Moving along to GS Paper 3, let's unpack the slowing southwest monsoon. So the India Meteorological Department reported today that the monsoon's advance into central and northern India has significantly slowed down. The primary culprit stalling the rains over the last 2 weeks? It's an unusual sequence of active western disturbances. Basically, these shifting wind patterns are causing heavy, isolated bursts of rain in places like Kerala and Jharkhand, but they are severely delaying the onset in our crucial agrarian heartland. For your static integration, it really helps to remember that the Indian monsoon is essentially a giant thermal engine. It's driven entirely by the differential heating of the Asian landmass and the Indian Ocean. But why does this delay matter beyond the physical geography? Well, a delay of just 2 weeks completely disrupts the sowing cycle of crucial kharif crops. Things like paddy, pulses, and oilseeds. When sowing is delayed, yields drop, and that drives up food inflation across the entire country. And this links perfectly to the 2020 PYQ regarding the Indian Ocean Dipole. It really proves that you must master the dynamic factors altering the monsoon cycle. It's not just a static thermal engine, right? You need to understand how the IOD, El Niño, La Niña, and these Western disturbances all interact to shape our agriculture and, ultimately, our economy. All right, let's pivot over to GS Paper 2, Policy and Governance, specifically Federalism in Higher Education. At the absolute core of this legal battle regarding higher education governments is a massive tipping scale of constitutional power. On one side, you have the Union List, Entry 66. This grants the union government dominant control over the coordination and determination of standards in higher education. But counterbalancing that is the Concurrent List, Entry 25. Education was actually moved here from the state list via the 42nd Amendment back in 1976. And what we're seeing today is just immense friction between these two jurisdictions. So how is this actually playing out on the ground? Well, states in the South are actively contesting what they view as centralizing mandates coming from New Delhi. We're seeing fierce pushback from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka. They are specifically resisting the absolute centralizing tendencies of the National Education Policy 2020. Plus, we're witnessing some highly contentious, very public disputes over vice chancellor appointments by governors, which these states view as a massive overreach. Today's editorial offers a really powerful concept for this: negotiated federalism. It basically argues for a framework where national uniformity does not choke regional identity. That exact phrase, negotiated federalism, is a high-value buzzword. You should absolutely weave that into your mains answers to show the examiner you really grasp the deep nuance of modern governance. To see how this applies, just consider the recurring mains questions regarding the expanding power of national bodies at the cost of state autonomy. You can use this exact, ongoing higher education conflict as a prime, current example when you're tackling answers on asymmetric federalism and the misuse of gubernatorial powers. Connecting current editorials directly to PYQs, that is exactly how you score top marks.
Okay, let's lock today's high-yield knowledge into your memory with our daily micro quiz. Listen to these two statements carefully. Statement 1. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Gulf of Oman and the Red Sea. Statement 2. Education was placed in the concurrent list by the 44th Constitutional Amendment. Pay close attention to that trick wording, guys. Drop your answer in the comments below. Is it only one, only two, both, or neither? I'm going to be personally checking the comments to see who caught the subtle traps today.
All right, that's it for today. Cut the fluff and study smart. But before you go, think about this. As global choke points become more volatile and our domestic climate becomes way more unpredictable, are our traditional models of federalism actually strong enough to handle these compounding simultaneous crises? Really chew on that. Drop your thoughts below, keep your curiosity sharp, and I'll see you in tomorrow's explainer.